Tonight I thought I'd spend a little bit of time talking about a particularly interesting article I came across a few days ago. And of course this title is "The Army of AI Robots Will Feed the World." Sounds like a pretty scary title. Authored by Amanda Little, as sourced from Bloomberg. Now, what exactly is artificial intelligence? By now, everyone in the world probably knows, but maybe I'll just do a quick recap. Artificial intelligence is basically a computer program or robot that has the ability to think for itself, making its own decisions, basically the same way a human being would. It can decide what it wants to do, when it wants to do. Of course, the way it's portrayed in the media is usually something along the lines of this: an evil computer program bent on world domination or the destruction of humanity. Another way AI is portrayed may be something like this: a race of evil robots also sent to destroy humanity. There's a lot of that going on. But what if I were to tell you that modern day AI may look something more like this? I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, but wait, that's just a tractor hauling some boxes behind it. What does that have to do with artificial intelligence? Well, what if I were to tell you that the tractor is completely automated? No driver, guided by a GPS and a set program for the field. And the boxes that it's hauling behind it are actually an incredibly sophisticated system of cameras, nozzles, and weedicide designed to target and destroy weeds without any kind of human intervention or even hands, really. You just put in the program, let it go to work. Pretty interesting concept. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of this article and why I find it so interesting, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about myself. My name is Matthew Campbell. I'm in my second semester at Dell Tech in the Associates of Science program, hoping to one day get into the respiratory therapy program. And this article really called to me because, as far back as I can remember, technology has always fascinated me. Every new piece of technology released always got me excited about what was coming out. The advancements that people had made just astounded me. So an article about technology as advanced as this really called to me. And the person who made this all possible is a man by the name of George Heraud. He is the owner and CEO of a company called Blue River Technologies. He is a Peruvian native who studied engineering in Peru, and like him, from a young age, he was interested in technology and mathematics. And after receiving his bachelor's in engineering, moved to America and eventually started the Blue River Technology Corporation with a focus on coming up with an AI-controlled weed-destroying robot. His first attempt was a robot they nicknamed Potato, because it was slow and kind of ugly. And, well, it wasn't without its growing pains as well. Delicate machinery like that really doesn't do very well in the rough and tough environment of a farm. They found that the fans that were keeping the CPU cooling the computers would get caked up with dirt and would stop functioning after about half an hour, leading to the computer overheating, leading to the whole thing just breaking down. The heat of being out in the sun all day also caused problems with the internal components of the machine. The nozzles and hoses that were responsible for spraying the weedicide would often break or come loose, so it would need to be stopped, and all the stuff would need to be reattached again. The intense vibrations that it would receive from the tractor pulling it, they're pretty big, would cause parts to become dislodged or break loose, so need to be fixed again. And on a financial note, the investors that had put money into this project had put in nearly $13 million, and they wanted to see some results from their investment. And in a more software problem, they had to teach this AI-esque computer the ability to differentiate between the cabbages it was trying to protect and the weeds it needed to destroy. So that also took some doing. But how exactly does this technology work? Well, like I said in the beginning, the inside of those boxes has a very sophisticated camera that will take thousands of pictures every second of the environment it's going over, and using a database that it's been taught, we'll look at, here's a cabbage and here's a weed, I should take the weed and leave the cabbage alone. And it would spray the weed aside, which would destroy the weed. I think it's called pig root. I don't know why they call it that. But it would destroy it and help save the crop. And these computers and AI weed killing machines could either be dragged behind a manned tractor or behind an AI controlled tractor, which was the eventual goal, was to have it completely automated. And as I said, it uses a huge database that they had to teach it in order to pick out weeds from cabbage. Some of the benefits that have arisen from technology like that is efficiency being a big one. If you're using less chemicals, then you have to spend less. So it could save farmers around the world untold sums of money that they could put towards buying new equipment or upkeep of the farm. And with the more efficient use of chemicals, it's less of an environmental impact, because you have less chemicals going into the soil, less runoff, and you get the picture. And not having a bunch of other invasive machines helping to uproot these weeds would lessen the soil damage. So it would help the crops grow better. Another benefit that came along afterwards was when they discovered that the pig root, I believe it's called, was a very hardy weed. It was very difficult to get rid of. So the fact that they could use an efficient, accurate machine means they could use stronger chemicals than they could before to kill this weed, because they would be able to hit the weed itself instead of the crop it was trying to protect. So, pretty neat. After reading through this article, the message that I took away from it, from the author, was she wanted to get out information about this gentleman, George Sherratt's product that he had created over years and years of struggle, everything they had to put into it, all the blood, sweat, and tears to get this project going. And there were times reading through this article I could sense a hint of pessimism. Mainly the fact that George and his company were worried that they might not ever get this product working. But after, a bunch of trial and error, the tone became a little more optimistic when they started getting better and better results. And I believe the statistic was that over a fifth of the world's supply of cabbage had been taken care of by this product that he created. So a fifth of the world's, that's a huge amount. That's a fantastic accomplishment. And in a more broad worldview, using technology like this could really help to create more farmable land. You wouldn't have to worry about trying to find people willing to work the land. You could have these machines going 24/7, except for like routine maintenance that they would need. So that could really help to alleviate food shortages around the world. I know that is being a little optimistic, but you never know. I think Amanda Little chose to write an article about George and his company because she wanted to get the word out about what this gentleman had done, the sacrifices that he had made, the contributions that he had made to the agricultural world, the world over, and getting more people interested in this type of technology, more knowledgeable about it, could help to bring new young minds to this project to sort of springboard off of what he had done to create their own world-changing technology. I mean, that remains to be seen, but you never know. There was so much interesting information in this article, and I really couldn't fit it all in a short little summation. But if this type of topic interests you, then I definitely suggest going and checking out this article for yourself. I, for one, found it very interesting, but again, that's just me. So, yeah, that's it. I guess I said I wanted to make it a little short summation, but it didn't really end up being very short. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.